Our facilitator for today is Mr. Yusuff Laidi Abiodun. He is a democracy advocate, civic innovator, and executive director of ILEAD Africa, where he leveraged digital technology to strengthen governance, civic participation, and youth empowerment. He is the founder of the Be the Change initiative, a network of over 20,000 plus active citizens advancing the UN Sustainable Development Goal, known as the SDG, passionate about civic tech. Yusuff has pioneered platforms such as Monitor app, Parliament Tracker, and most recently Civic Aid AI, an artificial intelligence civic educator designed to expand access to civic knowledge and democratic engagement. His leadership has trained thousands of young Africans in civic advocacy, political participation, and digital innovation, recognized globally. Mr. Yusuff is a U.S. Department of State CEE mentor, recipient of the Young Global Change Award, and a 2025 nominee for the Third Bank SNF Eliasson Global Leadership Prize. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders of the wonderful Fasasi Youth Foundation, Roots2Leadership, kindly help me welcome an amazing individual, an ambassador, Mr. Yusuff Laidi.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Nice to be here, and I want to sincerely appreciate the work that Fasasi Youth Foundation is doing, most importantly in the area of building the young civic leader, encouraging youth leadership, and looking at how young people can leverage on digital technology to empower their community. So today's session is going to be, a little bit practical, because we are talking about the technology here, and we look at how we can use it to create sustainable development at the grassroots. Sometimes a couple of young people shy away from any discussion that has to do with digital technology because they see it as it's complex, and maybe because they look at the technical side of digital technology. But I must tell you, with my experience, digital tech is most aspiring aspects that you can work you can be part of, because it brings a lot of benefits, a lot of development, a lot of challenges and creativities to you as an individual, and you can benefit from it for yourself, for personal use, and for creating a sustainable change to your community. So what are we looking at? Today, we will look at the definition of civic tech, what the civic tech is all about, and we move to the step-by-step how to use tools. Maybe you want to develop your own tools, or you want to use the existing tool, or you want to explore partnership with existing organization using civic tech. And then you know how you can design your own solution to tailor with the issue or the problem you want to address in your community. And we look at the sustainability and the ethics. It's very important for us to know that there's a guide, there's a principle that guide the use of digital technology, because we moved there when we discussed how people have been misused the digital innovation, digital tech for other purposes, especially in area of the misinformation and the hate speech. So starting with, let's look at what civic technology is all about. The civic tech we are hearing is come from civic and technology. So the word civic, I'm sure we're familiar with that, which is to participate, to be active citizen in your country, to look at how the country is running their affairs. You look beyond your own self or your business, but you care much about what is going on, about the policy, about the program and the project coming from the government that actually affects your life. A lot of people, they don't care about this because if they are into business or they are doing other stuff and they are okay on their own, their family is cool, they don't want to know what is going on in politics. They don't want to know what the government is doing. And the lack of participation of the citizen, it will lead to non-performance of the government, ineffective government actions. And that's the result we are seeing today. Look at how we get to this stage of insecurity in this country. It's not starting just a day, not 1 year, 2 years. It's a process. We move from Boko Haram to, insurgency to farmer headsman class, and then we are in bandits and kidnapping. So it's a process. And there's a gap in that process because citizens fail to hold their leader accountable. Imagine when they are kidnapping one person, the government has took a very drastic actions on the perpetrator. We will not get ourselves to when they have the resources and the mind to kidnap up to 200 people at a time. So that's not where we are going, but I'm just letting you know why is it important, and a program like this, why is it important to join and be part of it, and not only participate, not only attending the class, but ensure that you take knowledge, and that knowledge spark actions. You begin to look at what you want to do for your community beyond the training. So the civic technology is the use of digital technology by citizens. It can also be from government and of course from a civil society organization to improve public participation. When we have more citizens that care about their society, and then they make use of digital technology to improve the participation of the citizen in government. So it increase their civic participation, it increase holding leaders accountable, and this will lead to have an effective governance. Because at the end of the day, it's not the matter of building a civic tech product, it's not the matter of knowing about the civic tech product, but are you able to use it to the extent that it make an impact in the governance, and that translates to the addressing the issue that the people, most importantly at the grassroots, are facing. So the civic participation is divided into 4 categories. It's more broader than this, but for the purpose of this fellowship and the training, this is most important to us as a civic actor. First is transparency. We want to see how government is open to their citizens. how governments are involving citizens in the process of governance, how governments are making available information, resources, available for citizens to use and for their knowledge. It depends on tracking government budgets at the state, from the federal level to the state level and to the local government. But what we have seen some influence in Nigeria now is we still have more access to a project coming from the federal government or maybe from the state, but no one talk about the one on the local government. And the local government is the most important governance to the citizen because they are more closer. Before you get to Abuja, you will get to your local government and you will get to your state before you move to the federal capital. So that is to tell us that the most important governance that we all need to pay much attention to and hold accountable is the local governance, the local government authority. So the transparency is important. We may civic technology look at how we want to make government open, how we want to make it transparent, how we want to make it inclusive. Then the other pillar of it is accountability. We are in the situation where governments are not ready to take accountability for their actions. And that is, it allows a lot of issues going on and making us to find ourselves in this situation. Because when something happens and there's no one to come out boldly and say, oh, this is my responsibility, it's because I failed to perform my duty. Part of the country now, especially young people, they have been saying the present president is fail us because most of his promises, it's years to fulfill it after more than 3 years. And that's part of the accountability. He's not ready to take accountable for it. Who is going to hold him accountable? So, reporting misconduct in the government institution, and when we are talking about the government, it's not only the elected government or the appointed political leaders or officers. It's turned down to the people that are working with the government, the people in the ministry, the people in the local government council, the people in health care center, the teacher in the secondary and primary school. It's everyone that they are working in the government, and citizens are not excluded here when it comes to accountability. Can you make a post now about something and you can stand that this post, I'm the one that make this post? Can you say something now and stand with it that, oh, I made that statement? Can you do something now and you can boldly come out and say, I'm the one that did it? So it's broader to the citizen as well. We need to look at how we can be accountable to the country. But because of this program, we are looking at how the government can be more accountable. The third one is participation. How can we have more people participating in the governance? How can we have more young people having interest in the issues that affect their life, their daily life? How can we encourage citizens about their civic rights? How can we ask them to start holding leaders accountable, ask questions? So the participation of the citizen is most important, is very important. Without the participation, I have a definition. The good governance is the outcome of the effective action from the government and active participation from the citizen. Without the active participation from the citizen, there is no way we can get the good governance we are expecting. Some of us want to enjoy, scholarship, free transportations, you know, maybe feeding allowance for our children in secondary and primary schools. But that will not come if we fold our hand. It will come out of our participation. Participation starts by be conscious about what is going on in your country, develop interest, and I want to know more. Then you take actions. Part of the action is voting during the elections. You know, the elections is not only the participation of the citizen, it's not only your civic duty or civic right. It is one of it. After the election, then we move to, you know, how you begin to track the government, the activities, the policy coming from them, how you can join a policy dialogue, you know, public hearing, making your voice heard, comment. And finally, it's service delivery, because that's the end goal. If all what we have been saying, the transparency, the accountability, the participation, is not leading to the effective service delivery, you know, that is not a good participation or active participation from the citizen. So it must lead to when we have an effective service delivery, when people in the grassroots, you know, they are also enjoying the 24-hour power supply in the city center. When people in the grassroots, they also have access to the same healthcare service in the city center. When we all have access to the equal rights, equal justice, we will not have a favorable policy that's going to bend the law for the people that have power because I don't have power. So the service delivery is most important, you know, having access to a simple service delivery, healthcare service, healthcare center, you know, primary and secondary school educations, get to the tertiary institution, you know, waste being disposal, infrastructure, good road, good water, sanitations. Those are the service delivery. And we want to look at the next one. We are going to look at some of the tools that is available for us to, you know, make this happen. We have understand what civic tech is all about and why is it important, and why we need to, you know, be curious about it. Take action. Let's look at the available tools that we can use to make this happen. ILEAD Africa has been in forefront of leading civic innovation in Nigeria today, and part of our effort, we have gave a birth to the platform called iMonitor app. iMonitor app is look beyond just the federal government. It take care of the people at the grassroots level. You know, you are going in your local area and you see abandoned project. Who is going to talk about it? You are going in your local community and you see a borehole that has been, you know, abandoned and is not functioning. Who is going to talk about it? We look at how we can make that information, you know, beyond your local community. Because one thing that digital technology actually gives us, one advantage of digital technology is it gives you the visibility. It makes you to have more access to people. It's amplifying your voices. Then it takes your community issue to gain both national and global attentions. So we have some good example on how people have been leveraged on digital innovation, digital platform to amplify their campaign. One of it is, I know maybe we're familiar with Bring Back Our Guests. You know, it's one of the successful campaign in Nigeria that leverage on social media. Because social media is a product of digital platform, and they leverage on it to get attention beyond national and international and global interest. So, and we have from global campaign, which is Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matter look at how people have been sentiment, about the black people, and the campaign about it. Of recent is the NSAS movement. The NSAS movement started online on Twitter, now X platform, and it generates thousands of offline actions that leads to the protests. And before you see, the whole world want to know what is going on in Nigeria. So these are the couple of examples of how we have been using it. But in particular, as an organization, we have iMonitor. Before end of this session, I'm going to say a link to you when you can have access to it. But what we do with it is we look at citizen reporting infrastructure failure. The road, the water, electricity, and what you need to do is just to take a pictures, post it on that platform, and put a caption with the information about your area, the local government that is happening, the state, just for us to know where this information is coming from. Then, beyond that, we also leverage on it to track government projects, existing government projects in your community. How do you want to monitor it? And don't forget, any information that gets to the online, it has opened to the public. It's become a public interest issue. So, beyond you or your community, people that care about that particular issue, they look into it and they begin to take action together with you. These are the step to get to the iMonitor platform. I'm going to share the screen with you. And beyond that, we also have a Civic Paddy AI. Civic Paddy AI is a civic artificial intelligence platform that make governance information accessible to Nigeria, even with local languages. You want to learn about how you want to participate in the government, but you don't know where to start from. You want to learn about the existing tools that you can use to take actions. You want to learn about elections, your civic rights, law, any area that has to do with your civic responsibility. Civic Paddy is your where to go to get those information from, and we make it to be in different languages. You can speak Pidgin, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and English, of course. So you can track government projects. We have some tools from our partner that is already be embedded on that platform that you can start using. So let's move from what ILEAD have been doing. You can visit our website at ileadafrica.org to learn more about our civic innovation product. But let's look at in a broad field with how people in the civic tech space have been using digital technology to, make something meaningful happen, to improve civic participation, enhance transparency, and holding leaders accountable. And I want you to know that I'm giving you all these samples first to expose to it, to have knowledge about it, and if you know about it, for you to, bring that interest back, awaken your interest in using those tools. And thirdly, to encourage you to look at the gap and where you need to come in. Because I will not lie to you, we cannot do it alone. All these platforms that you are saying, they are not enough. There are still a lot of, deficit, a lot of gap that is open, that you need to find a way to bridge that gap. So I'm using all this to encourage you about, see the actions that people have been taking, and look at, if you don't have interest in coming with a new innovation, fine, you can make use of them. But if you have interest, you can look at the area you want to work on and start building something meaningful to address that challenge. So we have a budget. We look at the budget of the government. We have a open contract from PPDC that look into how government, awarding contract out. Those are the existing platform in Nigeria, and you also have an opportunity if there's any other platform that when we get to the interactive session, you can also let us know. It's very important. So let's move beyond Nigeria, what has been happening in Africa, for us to know that, or whatever you are doing here in Nigeria, you are not alone. There are people, there are community that are working in civic tech space, and beyond Nigeria, we also have across Africa and at the global stage as well. So Ushahid is from Kenya, and they look at the post-election violence, how people are involving in election, basically the both peaceful aspect and the conflict side of the elections. So they report it. We have pedigree, and pedigree, it look at the drug safety, that's relates to the health, but how people are verifying and the authentication of the drug they are taking and prevent thousands of people from death. And a lot of them, we have Open Up from South Africa, we have Irebo from Rwanda, Osiris from Senegal. So those are the innovation being built by the citizen like me and you, and their aim is to ensure that we have a working government and we build an Africa that we want. Moving next is the global civic tech leader. Some of the examples from the global stage is Fix My Street. From the UK, it look on all those boreholes that you used to see in our roads today that no one is reporting them. Fix My Street is reporting it. They are using Civic Techs to do that. And Decide My Street that look into the participatory budgeting and how citizens can participate more in the budget process of their country. So I'm going to share in this space of civic innovation is you need an inspiration. You need the inspiration, you need something to motivate you. And when you see people that's doing amazing things relating to what you want to do, possibly that can be a good inspiration to you. So the next is how to build a civic tech solution. We have talked about why civic tech is very important and why you need to care about it, why you need to learn how to use it. Now let's look at if you decide to build your own as an individual, as an organization, as a group of people, you can make it happen. The first thing that you need to do is to identify the problem. What problem do you want to solve? Which area? Particularly in this class, we are talking about the local governance, the local government. How do you want to use your civic innovation to bring development into local government? You need to identify the problem you want to solve. As I mentioned earlier, we have seen some of the innovation that is being existing, that we have, that is being in use. And I agree keenly that there's still a lot of gap. So you can identify that gap, identify and develop that problem statement, and then you make a research on existing tools. What are the people have been doing in that regard? Or, if there's something that you have interest, maybe you want to build something on budget, participatory budget, and you come across about the budget foundation. So you may not necessarily need to build a new one. You can work together with them. You can volunteer with them. You can join their team. Because at the end of the day, the aim is to ensure that we have a working and effective governance. The aim shouldn't be because they want to give you a credit or award for that. That should not be the main intention of coming up in building civic tech. Your major agenda should be creating sustainable change from the local government to state government to federal government and beyond. So when you do a research, you get to know the existing tools and how you can work together with them, and probably you are identifying the gap that you want to bridge. So you design your solution. It's very important. Part of the research that you're going to do is to talk to the people that you want to build that innovation for. Because mind you, the platform you are building, you are not developing it for yourself. You are building it so that people can use it. And if you don't have the opinion of the people you want to build that platform for, it's going to make a platform like that, to be irrelevant. And at the end of the day, your effort will not be justified. So you need to look at how you want to inform people, talk to them, ask them about the problem they are facing and the action they have been taking. And from there, you look at where you can come in to support. Because at the end of the day, maybe the civic tech product you want to build, imagine you go to a community now, you say you want to build a civic tech for them to monitor how the budget of local government is being analyzed or distributed. And you only find two or one of them that know about what digital platform is all about. Like they have an experience about using as little as maybe social media platform. So you should know that the problem there is not to build at that point. It's digital literacy. It's digital literacy that you need to focus on. Educate them on how they can be digitally empowered. So when you design your solutions, the knowledge that you get from and the defined problem research is going to make you to tailor your solution to the problem that you want to solve and the people that you want to solve it to. So there are platforms that you can build with no code or with low code. So we have a platform that you can make use of. And mind you, I also need to emphasize that civic tech is not necessarily on when you build an app or platform like a website before you can say you are using digital technology for civic participation. What we are currently doing here on Zoom, or what you have been doing with the 360 fellow, is part of the civic technology, because there's an element of technology in educating people, encouraging them to participate. May not be the main product, but at least there's an element when you make use of Zoom or you make use of social media, to make that change happen. So next one is you pilot and iterate. You build a little product. It's like you want to start selling. Let me give, for instance, maybe you want to, for those that are selling granules, they give you a taste. They give you maybe like 4 or 5 to just taste it before you make your decision if you are going to buy bigger one or you don't want to buy again. So that is the same thing with pilot. A pilot, you look at the little size of people that can test run that product. They can look at it, they can use it, they can, give you, they can give you the feedback, what they think or how they think is going to be effective and the area that you need to improve. And that's the stage that the iMonitor is now, because it's not fully deployed. So it's still at the pilot stage. We are still gathering the feedback from the people, getting their opinion and the area that we need to improve before we fully deploy it. So the last one is when you do all this, especially at the pilot stage, and you are convinced enough that, oh, maybe through your feedback, through the response you are getting from the people, you are able to identify that this is a good to go. Then you scale it up, and you look after the sustainability. You get more partner, you get more funding to push it, because most of the civic tech product is cost effective. It's cost effective. People that will develop it, people that will be managing it, the infrastructure that you need to put in place. So, but it is something doable. You just need to start somewhere. I can boldly mention about more than 4 or 5 of our products today, but we don't start with any. We start with what we have. We start with what we have access to. And as a matter of fact, what we can even use for free. We have access to social media, we are not paying anything for that. Part of the, maybe an online platform like Zoom, they have free mode. The Google Meet that we are using, that's part of it that, you can access for free. We have a Canva that you can design the graphics. We have artificial intelligence that's simplifying all the process, that make everything easy for you to start with. The ChatGPT is there to give you a graphic design. All you need is to put a prompt, and before you see it, you are good to go. So it can give you a content that you need to post on your page, on your platform, to educate people. Then when you have access to resources that you need, you scale and you sustain it. So designing a civic technology solution for your community. This is supposed to be a group work, but I'm also looking at the time, say that we may not have enough time to do this, but I will appreciate maybe before end of the session if I can see some of you taking action on you identifying a problem in your community, just one specific government issue or service delivery, maybe how the healthcare system is running in your local community, maybe the water system, maybe the education, the primary and secondary school educations, maybe the infrastructures, maybe electricity. So just identifying it. Then who is affected? Don't forget that I mentioned that the stakeholder are most important. As much as your civic tech solution that you want to build is, it's encouraging, the people that you want to build it for is most important. Because at the end of the day, the online actions, if does not translate to the offline result, you are not doing anything. You are just making noise. That's why you can see most people talking about the elections, but they are yet to get their PVC. So it's just an online actions, because that will not translate to the offline. And if your online action is not translating to the offline result, why are you disturbing us online? So you need to look at the people that this problem or the challenge is affecting and understand them better. Choose your tools, which platform you want to start with, or what are the existing platforms you can use. The iMonitor app, you may not need to probably build a new one. If you see a pothole in your area, if you see abandoned water system, the collapse school building or unequipped healthcare center in your community, you can make use of it. You can report it. You care about knowing what is going on in the budget, you can use budget platform. So you can choose, or you can come up with a new solution. You can design a new solution. But what should success look like? You need to also tell me what in the next 6 months, what are we expecting different from you? What are the success that you want to get? What are your target goal? And by the next 6 months, we should have this change, because what we care about is not about the innovation you are building, but how does that innovation translate, to impact? How does it translate to the impact? The impact is what we care about. And inclusion in civic tech. Don't forget, at the beginning of this session, I mentioned what you need to make civic tech happen, and which is, identifying the problem, making a research, gathering data, the information from the people. And I also mentioned that, especially for the example of iMonitor, you need to upload the data, pictures, put the information there for us to know what is going on. So this is make us know that the civic tech solution work in line with data. If there is no data, civic tech most time cannot be functioned, because even Civic Party, that's being an educative platform, you also need data. We build it with data. That's why you are able to have access to those information. It's already pre-trained with the information. That's why you can ask questions and you have access to it. So it's very important for you as a civic tech actors to know how you want to handle the data, the one you are getting from people, data about yourself and your organizations, and the information you are exposed to. One of the amazing things that we, introduce with the Civic Party, especially in relation to the data privacy, is we know that most of the people are looking at the current situations. If you want to report something, not that you are not caring about it, but you are looking at your safety. If I talk about this thing about government, am I safe? Are they not going to look after me? Are they not going to arrest me? And that has been a major challenge that, stopping most of the civic conscious citizens to make their voice heard. But we cannot continue with that. We need to make something happen. So what we introduce in iMonitor is, you don't need to give us your name, your date of birth, your full name, your ID card. All we need to do, at least, maybe we have your email, because we also need to verify the information that are coming from you. That's part of our procedure, or the data privacy policy. Because at the end of the day, if they find a false information on our platform, before they get to you, we will be the one that they will hold accountable for it. And we don't want to do something, we mentioned about transparency and accountability. And if we cannot, subject ourselves to be accountable, how do you want to speak to people to be accountable? So data privacy is very important. And we have Nigeria Data Protection Act that, seek more and give more information about how you want to collect data, how you can deal with data from people, how people can, transact data between themselves. The data you are putting on our platform and the data you are finding on our platform. How do we want to ensure that those people are safe from you and you are also safe from other people access to your data? So it's very important to look at this. And as a civic tech, you must not store blame and location and complaint together without encryption. So these are technical link, but what they are saying is you need to look at how at the back end, how those information are being saved. So, and you must not make it to be possibly permanent that people can, at the end of the day, they can go and use it against someone that make a comment. Maybe you post something now, and because it's coming from someone constituents and is not happy with it, you know, it can use your information to track you and get you down. So there must be a whistleblower protection. You must allow anonymous. There are some people that they don't want to identify themselves like they are the one giving this report. You need to encourage that. Then practical, the data you are getting, make sure that you get their opinion, you get their verdict. You know, there are some programs, especially coming from other part of the world. If they want to attend an event, they will even ask you that do you give them the access to take your pictures? Because your picture, your images is part of your data. So they need to, you know, seek your consent to it. So digital inclusions in Nigeria today is only 35% of Nigeria that have access to smartphone, and you know, we have a gap in digital inclusions. We have a lot of people that they don't have access to the service. There's a community in Nigeria now that they don't know what internet look like. They don't have access to the internet. They don't have access to service. And now we're talking about the artificial intelligence, and a lot of people don't even have a smartphone. So how do we want to make sure that they are included? You know, that's where we look at the USSD code. The people should be able to use whatever digital tools they have to participate, to be part of that process. Because don't forget, civic participation is decision participation. And if civic tech solution you are building is not inclusive, it's going to be difficult for people to participate. So, and finally, I will talk about the misinformation risk. Those are the challenges that we are facing in civic space or digital platform in general. So we have people that are using the platform to spread a false information. You know, we have people that use it for hate speech. They can just say anything about you. They don't care what effect that statement is going to make in your life as a person. There are some people they can force. They can come up with a false information about you. They can come up with a report that are not genuine. We have seen the cases of how, I think that's happened like 2 months ago, when a young guy was arrested on Twitter for saying something about a particular musician. I don't want to mention it, but what the information he gave is the child of that guy are dead, which is not true. And they got him arrested. People said they have the freedom to speak. Yes, there's freedom to speak, but don't forget, I also have a law that protects my dignity, that protects my personality. So you should not use your own freedom of speech to violate my own human right. In aspect that your freedom of speech is violating my human right, that is not a freedom of speech again. That is freedom of hate. So any information you want to put online, you need to consider the impact it's making in someone's life. I'm not talking about if you see something wrong that your political leader is doing, you should not talk about it, but to the extent that, make that submission in regards to what that person did wrong and with fact and data. But don't begin to mention about the people that are not involved. It is me that I'm just giving it for example. I'm not an honorable or senator now, but I'm the one that's I'm a political leader, and I'm the one that did something wrong. You can make your comment or your submission without mentioning my family, without putting a threat on my family. And we have seen some of the young people now, most particularly in regards to the elections, that because you belong to a party, you are not belong to the party, there's be a lot of threatening, there will be a lot of insults. We don't need that. We can channel that energy in some of the problems we have been mentioning. A lot of problem is happening in this country and in the world entirely, and they need an innovation idea. So we can think beyond insulting people online and channel that. Imagine that time and that energy you are using to construct the message you want to use to approach someone. You are using it to encourage people to go and get their voters card so that they can elect a good leader. So the misinformation is one of the things that we need to look at for, and through civic education, training people on digital literacy, we can overcome this. Next one is your civic tech plan. You need to plan what action you want to take today, what action you take in a week, what action you take this month and this year and beyond. So it's very important. And the next one is some of the resources you can have access to. I promise to share the iMonitor platform and the Civic Paddy. I'm going to send the link. But these are the resources that is available. These are the tools. I've mentioned about them earlier. You just need to go through it to learn more about it and how you can use them. So they are much available online that you can have access to. So this is a challenge to you all in this class. I want you to know that the tool, they are exist, and they are not exist for nothing. They are exist for us to use them. But the problem needs to be clear. What problem do you want to solve? And the only missing ingredient in this process is you as an individual. You need to begin to take actions. You need to begin to think on, maybe probably you want to use any of these platforms, or you want to come up with a new tools, or you just want to educate people on how they can use it. It's part of civic actions. You have named, you have exposed to all these problems. You need to name, you have exposed to all this platform, but you decided to train other people to learn about it, to know about it, how they can make use of it. It's part of civic action as well. So I'll be here to take your questions, and I want to use this moment to appreciate the organizer for come up with this fellowship idea, and they look beyond the traditional way of educating people. They leverage on digital platform, and they even have a special module on how we can be a digital activist, how you can use digital technology to contribute to the society of your to your society, to your community, and most importantly to Sustainable Development Goal, SDG, of the United Nations. So I thank you all for your time, and I will be glad to, entertain your question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuff Laidi. It's an amazing section with you this morning/afternoon, and we really appreciate you for your expertise and your lecture, allowing us to pick from your brain. We really appreciate you. Please, I will want everybody on this call to, with a clapping emoji or your favorite emoji, to appreciate our facilitator this morning. With the best emoji you have so far, please let's celebrate our facilitator as. Thank you very much. Keep it coming, please. Keep it coming. Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuff Laidi. It's a pleasure to have you once again, and we thank you for the approach to the questions you have contributed to. So we really appreciate you. Thank you very much. So.